Today I'm going to be talking y'all about witchcraft and alcohol. Y'all, I put both of these two things together simply because alcohol and witchcraft are pretty much, they're in the same family. It's pretty much the same thing. And it took me probably about a year after going through a little something to figure this out and to put this stuff together. So y'all, I want to say there's a reason that there is a liquor store just about on every corner, especially in my state in Louisiana. There is liquor everywhere, just about in every store as well. It's not many stores that don't sell alcohol anymore. Guys, I have about 7 points here, and then I'm gonna do a bonus at the end of this video. Okay, so we're gonna start with number 1. First of all, it's a highly addictive substance. Back in the day, I didn't know this, but alcohol contains anesthetic. It has an anesthetic effect, and it contains ethanol. And what is an anesthetic? An anesthetic is anesthesia. It is the use of medicines to prevent pain during surgery and other procedures. They cause you to have a loss of feeling or awareness. Y'all, witchcraft does the same thing. It does the exact same thing. And I got this definition from Medline Plus online, okay? I got that from Medline Plus, but it does the exact same thing. Whenever I was going through witchcraft, it was times where I was really numb. I mean, I became really numb to some things, and I became, I guess you could say, addicted to certain stuff that wasn't something that I would normally be touching, like cigarettes and things like that. I never in my life have been the type of person that wanted to be smoking or drinking. But when I was going through that, it made me do things like that. You know, it's spirits, y'all. All right, and this is why a lot of people can't just have just one drink. A lot of them have to drink multiple drinks. Sometimes by that first sip, a lot of people, it does something to them from the first sip, from the first encounter with the alcohol. Y'all, it's some extra stuff in alcohol that I believe they're not saying. But y'all, it's extremely dangerous to be drinking like that, y'all. Number 2, it alters your decision making. Witchcraft does the exact same thing. It alters everything that you can't think rational. Like, all rationality goes out the window. All rational decision making goes out the window. You can't think straight. It makes you slow. It makes you retarded, pretty much. You kind of can't tell time a lot of times. It just makes you slow, and it's the same thing alcohol do. Alcohol makes time go by really fast. A lot of people use it when they're going through something as a numbing agent anyway. That's why a lot of people use it to try to numb themselves from the pain, feeling like that's helping them, but it's not. Alcohol is very sneaky. It's a very sneaky substance, y'all. It doesn't help you. And this is how I ended up in toxic, ungodly relationships while I was going through witchcraft, because it was pretty much the demons was picking my mate for me. I wasn't myself. So what the demons would do was to get me out of my mind, and it would torment me in my mind and in my body. It would have me where I couldn't see, and it would just have me blindly walking around out here, y'all. I could have been killed. And it would pick a person for me to talk to, somebody that I wouldn't normally ever give the time of the day to. Nobody want to be dating no drug, not me. I don't want to date drug dealers and people that's on drugs and stuff like that. That wasn't something that I would normally do. A lot of times those spirits, they would take over my thoughts. They would take over my mind. I would be somewhat like robotic. Well, not somewhat, I was robotic. A lot of times it would move my arms and legs, and all of that. That's the same thing that alcohol does. Alcohol does the same thing. This is why a lot of people have gotten drunk before and woke up in somebody's bed, and woke up and ended up having sex with somebody and regretted it that morning or the next day. And they was like, what did I do? That's the same thing that witchcraft does to people, y'all. When a person is drunk, a lot of times they will make movements that and do things and say things that they wouldn't normally say, whether it's the truth or not, that comes out of their mouth. They say a drunk person is a person that tells you the truth. But witchcraft is the same thing too as well. Whenever you are under witchcraft, like I said, you're pretty much robotic, and those things will be moving your arms, and you end up going to certain places and moving your legs, and going to certain places and saying certain things that you would normally say. I know it seemed like I had diarrhea of the mouth whenever I was under demonic attack like that. It seemed like I was just talking. I've never talked that much in my life. I told y'all I used to, I was always a quiet girl, but when I was going through that, I was talking a whole lot. And that's the same thing that alcohol does. Number 3, I have that it alters your appearance. It alters your appearance. Alcohol, it breaks you out and it ages you, just like witchcraft. Witchcraft does the exact same thing that alcohol do. Okay, well, it had me running around here, y'all, looking like Wanda off Holiday Heart. I was running around here looking sickly. You hear me? Look like I had hit the pipe. I told you I looked bad. I looked like that for a while too, until I just got tired of it. Even though all my clothes was tore up, just tearing up supernaturally, which was super weird. It's not supposed to be like that. Whenever every time you go to put on a pair of jeans, just zipper bust. Like, and I'm not too big for the pants. They just tearing up. And I know that I got tired of that, and I just started just putting on clothes anyway. Because it made me not want to put on clothes due to it tearing up my clothes. So what little clothes I did have, they was pretty much just throw on clothes. So it had me running around here looking homeless, and alcohol does the same thing. I had to make myself dress up, and I have some pictures when I was going through witchcraft where I was dressed up. I actually made myself look pretty normal, but out of my own eyes, the way I could see, I still couldn't see my beauty at all, because I had that stuff, that demonic lens over my eyes, that dirt and sand over my eyes from the witchcraft. And my skin would break out for no reason at all. Alcohol gives you hangovers, okay? Witchcraft does the same thing. Y'all, whenever I couldn't drink or didn't drink, I still felt hungover. I felt hungover all the time, every day. Felt hungover. Alcohol does this too. And it's like I was always feeling sick. I was always feeling dizzy, always feeling out of my mind, always feeling like, horrible. And this was every single day, y'all. And it was nothing that could cure it. Even if I was to try to eat, it wouldn't work. And alcohol does the same thing too, y'all. It's so weird. It is so head and stuff is always spinning, and it's always something wrong. Always something wrong. This is why I speak so, this is why I speak against drinking for the most part. This is something that's been normalized in society. It was very normalized back in the day too. So I can't just say nowadays, because back in the day, they was drinking moonshine. So it's just, I think the alcohol is kind of worse now, because I feel like it's some extra stuff in it, y'all. I ain't lying. I feel like it's some demonic spirits for real, and some other things attached to the alcohol. I don't know what it is. It's just something not right about it. How can something that's killing people every day slowly, and some people actually do just go ahead and perish and things like that, how can that be so normalized in society? Excuse the background noise, y'all, but for number 5, I have alcohol poisons the immune system. Witchcraft does the same thing, guys. It poisons your immune system. When the body has like an intrusion, when a person gets sick, it will try to ward off and fight off whatever it is that's inside of the body. It does the same thing with witchcraft. When a person has been drinking a lot of times the body will try to ward all of that poison out and get rid of that poison by making the person sweat real heavily and vomit, or either have diarrhea or something like that. The body does whatever it will have to do to try to get rid of what is trying to take it down. That's the same thing, with witchcraft. Witchcraft does the same thing, y'all. Witchcraft does the same thing. I can't tell y'all how many nights I woke up in a pool of sweat from my body trying to rid my body try to rid itself of the effects of the spell. And when a person drink too much, they sweat and they vomit a lot of times. The witchcraft would do the same thing. I remember a time when I would throw up every day at the same exact time, every day. One time I was sitting in the car with my mom, and I told her, I said, watch, I forgot what time it was when I said this, but I was like, look, at this time, I'm gonna throw up. And I looked at, I ended up throwing up. And I said, what time is it? And she said the time that I said, and she looked at me like, oh my goodness, what is wrong with you? And I tried to tell her, but you know, it's not normal to have unclean spirits inside of us. And it's crazy that you got a lot of people out here that embrace them things and take them in like it's nothing and wondering why they running around here looking like that. For number 6, I have alcohol causes hallucinations. Witchcraft does the same thing. They both are one and the same. They both cause hallucinations. I remember without the witchcraft, I remember drinking and was seeing demonic spirits before. A lot of people have done that too, as if, because it does open the gateway to that. It's funny that we don't see God stuff around whenever that stuff is happening. It's only demonic things, because it opens up the wrong door. Those doors should be closed. But you know, it allows you to see into the demonic realm whenever you have witchcraft on you, and whenever a person is but when a person has been drinking and getting drunk. A lot of people have claimed to see demonic spirits or whatever. And what you're seeing, if you have seen those things, it was real. But we're not supposed to be seeing those things like that. We're not supposed to. Not to where it scares us almost half to death. Y'all, that stuff can cause heart attacks, because a lot of people that have not ever seen nothing like that before, and a lot of the unclean spirits, y'all, those things are like, when I tell y'all they hideous, they are disgusting looking and all of that. It will really scare the mess out of you. I'm telling you. When I first seen them, my first thought was to kill it. My first thought was to kill it. And I've never done that before off of seeing something besides like a roach or a snake or something, y'all. I remember seeing it and I was like, kill it. Oh my gosh, kill it. But I had to remember that was a whole human being that was standing in front of me, but I could see the demonic spirit that was in that person. And it's not supposed to be perverted. Just like I have the gift to see in the spirit, but it's not supposed to be intense to where it is scaring me half to death and putting fear in me and just making me like about to have a heart attack or something like that. Okay, for number 7, I have that it is costly. Costly steals your finances. Alcohol steals your finances. And witchcraft does the same exact thing. You got people that spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on alcohol a month. Okay, every month. You got some people spending hundreds of dollars a week on alcohol, y'all. It steals your finances. Money that you could have spent on investing in your future. Instead of that, you're spending it on something that's killing you slowly and causing havoc and wreaking havoc into your life, y'all. Ain't nothing normal about that. But it's legal, you know, it's legal. Okay, and my bonus is that alcohol stinks. It stinks. It makes you stink. It will make your breath stink. It will make everything on you stink. Your hair stink. Witchcraft does the same thing. It's a demonic stench that is present whenever a person is under witchcraft or is full of demonic spirits, y'all. And all of this is one and the same. When I tell y'all, I have 20 of these, but I'm just giving y'all some of the most important ones right now, y'all. Put this stuff together, pray about it, ask God for guidance and wisdom if you need to. I feel like some people can drink and they'll be fine, or half a glass of wine or something, but the majority of the time, y'all, this stuff is not good for people at all. They got extra stuff in alcohol these days. I am sure of it. It's not the same wine that Jesus created back in the day. It's not like that. But y'all, if you need help getting off of this type of thing, be sure to email me. I will send you to Miss Williams, the wonderful, wonderful woman of God that saved my life and put me back on track. I don't have a taste for any of this stuff, which I figured I wouldn't, because that wasn't the normal me. But with Miss Williams' help, she's the one that helped to remove all of this stuff away from me, y'all. Got my life back. I got my life back, and my life is 1,000 times better than it was before I was even bound. So y'all, I highly recommend, do not forget, do not be afraid to email me. She does deliverance. She will set you free and put your life back on track too as well, so that you can get your glow back, so that you can heal and gather everything that you need to gather and be a ambassador for the kingdom of God, okay? Because without her, honestly, I wouldn't be here. I told y'all that. I would not be here. So that's why I recommend her. She's been wonderful. I've been knowing her for like 5 years. I think it's been 5 or 6 years, right? Yeah, 5 years. Okay, so, but all right, you guys, I'll talk to y'all later. I hope this helped and blessed somebody today and gave you a good perspective. I love you guys. Bye.